Terrorists? Indeed, I'm afraid we have no choice but to define them as such. Unfortunately, we have no clue as to their aim, nor do we know the names of the group's members that ties to its history. At present, it doesn't even seem that the terrorist group has established a name for itself. That's a lot of unknowns. Would it be correct in assuming the man we met in North Highlands who was trying to start a war is a member? Ah. So he's one of them, He said his name was Gideon, or G or something like that. So that was what the man we encountered in the Highlands was up to. He does sound like the terrorist type. And you think he and his group are going to try something tomorrow on the first day of the summer festival? We're currently operating under the assumption, yes. The summer festival lasts 3 days, but unlike festivals in other provinces, only the first day garners much attention. It's been a month since the incident in Nord. If they intend to make their next move soon, tomorrow is a likely time. I'd have to agree. Terrorists do love their time in the spotlight after all. Considering how easily Gideon gave you his name, I'm betting we'll start to see them acting more openly soon. First you gather arms and other like-minded allies in secret, then you really serve with a bang and keep going in quick succession. That's a typical terrorist MO. I see. And you want us to assist with countermeasures against them? Right, the RMP will be joining forces with the Heimdall military police to bolster the capital's security. Unfortunately, as big as the capital is, I can't say with complete confidence that there'll be no holes in our security. That's where you come in. You'll be assisting our security measures as a reserve force. Bah. It'd sure be nice if the guild was still active here. They would have come in mighty handy right about now. Yes, I don't disagree. Sir, you do know that the RMP has had no involvement in the guild's withdrawal from the capital, right? Oh, really? I mean, your boss and that brother of yours could hardly make their opposition to the guilds more obvious if they tried. Well... Wow, these two really seem to have a messy history between them. It sure looks that way, especially where the guild is concerned. Although it sounds like your brother has been keeping busy in Crossbow recently. So what's it gonna be? Whether you choose this as your field study task for tomorrow is totally up to you. If you decline, there's plenty of tasks the governor needs to take care of, like you've been doing the last 2 days. Summer Festival is a busy time after all, lots of little details that need to be squared away. I think I speak for Group A when I say we'd be glad to join in with the anti-terrorist countermeasures. Group B feels the same. Alright then. Thank you for your assistance, everyone. Now let's move right along to the patrol routes we'll be following. And we got a book and a secret quest. Nice. Kitty cat. Wow, this place sure brings back memories. Up until about 1.5 years ago, I'd swing by here at least once a week. Really. I wouldn't be surprised if I'd seen you around before then. Well, I did end up getting to know your sister. Fiona, right? Works piano teacher? Seriously? Wait, she did say she knew someone who worked at the guild. I guess she was talking about the instructor. Still, instructor? What is it that caused the guild to withdraw from the capital? I've been wondering that for a while now myself. The guild used to be pretty active here in Erbonia, right? Well, yeah, the direct cause was guild branches all over the country being blown up, but I'm sure you already know that. The culprits were a Jäger Corps hired by a nasty bunch the guild was at odds with at the time. Well, still is, but anyway. Thanks to a dependable ally, we were able to defeat the Jaegers, but by then the Imperial government had its eye on us. They started making life difficult for us, took away most of the guild's authority in the country, leaving our hands tied. Eventually the branches here started closing one by one with no real prospect of ever reopening. So that's how it was. Instructor? Don't worry, your dad might be the city's governor, but he wasn't really involved. A certain friend of his, however, was very involved. We're talking about Chancellor Gilead Osborne, representative of the Imperial government, I assume. You have him and his cronies in the Imperial Intelligence Division. It's kind of like a sister organization to the Raven Military Police. Anyway, after that I was out of a job. That's when Principal Vandy came and offered me a position at the academy. I started as a combat instructor last spring, and after that I wound up being chosen as your class's homeroom teacher. Still help out the guild from time to time though, that's how I ended up bringing in our Jäger princess here. Knock it off. So that's what happened. You mentioned that the Jäger Corps was responsible for the attacks. What was its name? Well, it wasn't the same group we used to run with. They were called Jester, not a particularly high-ranking outfit. Yeah, that's the enhanced Jägers Ouroboros uses. The one with Gilbert. Oh, I hate Gilbert. see. Right about me? Well, I did suspect that it was likely a different corp. From the sound of it, the Jaeger corps she belonged to was a pretty large one, though. Oh, definitely, she was with Zephyr. The leader was this insidious guy known as the Jaeger King. You name a combat specialty, Zephyr had it covered. They were the only corp on par with the Red Constellation, which has its roots in the berserkers of the Middle Ages. They caused me plenty of trouble back when I was still a full-time bracer. Look who's talking, you caused us plenty of trouble yourself. It's hard to believe this all happened to people you actually know. Yeah, it sounds more like a story out of some novel. Anyway, the terrorists you've been hearing about lately aren't part of any Jaeger Corps. I figured it was the case. Generally, Jaegers are interested in just two things, money and fighting. That Gideon you guy encountered in the North Highlands doesn't seem to fit the description, though. If I had to guess, I'd say he's acting on some kind of deep-seated grudge. A grudge, huh? Well, it's hard to say anything for sure, I never met him myself. From what I understand, he did seem particularly tenacious. He was definitely dead. Which means we're really going to have to step it up for our patrol tomorrow. Your involvement is just a precautionary step, but if you're going to help, give it your best, I say. Seems like your teamwork is smoother than ever too, so all the better. It's late, so get your report written and get some sleep. I'm gonna crash in one of the empty rooms upstairs. Ugh. The instructor never changes, does she? You sure? She seemed more talkative than usual. Feels like she was pushing herself. Now that you mention it, she did seem a far more forthcoming with information than usual. Maybe she's feeling a bit weird being back in her old workplace. You might be right. Still, I guess we're not really in any position to be worrying about her. We'll just have to do our best to coordinate with Group B tomorrow to make sure everything goes smoothly. Agreed. Alright, the sooner we get that report written, the sooner we can get some sleep.
Drinks are on me someday.
Yeah. Who's that? That's Gideon, probably. Selber Outfit.
The time is finally at hand. At last, the hammer of judgment shall rouse this indolent capital from its slumber.
Yeah! Comrade G, all of the necessary preparations are complete.
But it feels like you have so few men accompanying you.
Hold on. That's Rowan. Teru.
Wouldn't it be wise to call in a few others for backup?
That's real.
There's nothing to fear. As long as I have this flute, not even the railway military police stand a chance of stopping us. Tomorrow, the people of this land will at last know our name. My dear comrades, I shall be counting on you all.
Yeah!
No. Alright, I'm going to check on Group B before heading over to the Military Police Command Post. Just give me a call on your Arcus if you find anything during your patrols. Okay. Will do, Instructor. Leave it to us. Still was expecting Captain Claire to be our point of contact. Yeah, I wasn't expecting... Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to agree to cooperate with the Raven Military Police. I'm not exactly delighted about working with them, but since they're looking pretty serious. I'm having them this once and acting as your point of contact, but I won't let them forget to admit that they owe me. Anyways, I'll see you all later. Tell Fiona thanks for the breakfast. Sure thing. Alright, we should get moving too. We got out the designated area, so we'll be patrolling them one by one, keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. Inspector Sarah said she'd contact us around noon too. Let's be off then. Yeah. I'm guessing the city's gonna be packed with people since it's the first day of summer festival. Yeah, that's all the more reason we need to stay especially vigilant. Nope. So, wo habe ich die Quest offen? In case of emergency. Main Street, Bond. Okay, gibt keine Bonus-AP. Und das Buch ist abends, Afternoon. Okay, das soll da vorne sein. Da ist er. Is that him? No, it's not. I do hope he notices and comes back here. I wonder what's wrong. I don't know, he kind of stands out in the suit though, we should ask. Excuse me, is something the matter? Are you speaking to me? As a matter of fact, I'm trying to find the owner of this briefcase. A lost briefcase, huh? Where'd you find it? Slow down now, it's not quite accurate to say I found it or that he lost it. Actually, I have this exact briefcase, you see. As fate would have it, I bumped into the owner of this one earlier, which led us to mistakenly taking each other's. That's ridiculously unlucky. What an absurd coincidence. I could scarcely believe it myself. I came back here the moment I realized hoping he'd do the same, but he's yet to turn up. That explains things. Regardless, I plan on waiting here for a while longer. Thank you for lending me a friendly ear, though. You're welcome. Could we offer more aid, Reen? Would you mind if you lend your hand? We might be able to find him if you ask around. Are you sure? I'd feel terribly burdening you like that. But simply waiting for him to return may not be the most effective method here. Don't worry about us. You're so kind. Are you truly sure about this? Wouldn't offer it if you weren't. Thank you so much. Alright, if I'm going to be relying on you, then I should probably introduce myself. Name's Bond. I'm currently employed as a broker and crossbow. I've only come here to Heimdall a few times, so I'm not all that familiar with it. Your kindness means a lot to me. I'm glad we noticed you then. Yeah, no one wants to be in a situation like this while they're abroad. Would you mind telling us about the owner of this briefcase? Of course, he was a rather old fellow wearing both a suit and a hat. And there's a guidebook in the briefcase that detailed the major attractions of the summer festival too. It measures Prince Alfon's limousine passing through the Garnier district during the afternoon parade. And next to that was a little note to read, "Don't miss this." That's about all I can tell you, unfortunately. I think it might have been enough. Guess we should ask around the Garnier district first then. Yeah, he might be there already. Finding him shouldn't prove too difficult with the description we received. Especially when we know the exact model of briefcase to look out for, too. Speaking of which, is there anything notable in your briefcase? The bunny plush I bought for my daughter would stand out the most, I imagine. Understood, we keep that in mind. We'll start searching immediately. Thank you, really hope you find him. Garnier district. Welcome, are you here for some fresh juice? Unfortunately not, there's something we'd like to ask you. Reen asked Jonathan if he'd seen a man that Bond had described to them. Well, I saw a guy like that not too long ago, actually. So he was an exact match? Yep, old man with a briefcase wearing a suit and a hat, right? Bingo. That must be him. I'm actually trying to find him. Did he tell you anything that might have given you an idea where he was going? He asked me if there was a good place to sit down and relax around here. He also mentioned that he wanted somewhere simple since everything here is so expensive. So did you tell him to go? I recommended Alta Street, which isn't too far from here. In retrospect, maybe I should have been more specific and recommended a store. Oh, where Elliot lives. Yeah, if that's where he is, then checking Elliot tour is probably our best bet. We'll also make our way then. Thank you for your cooperation. No worries. No. Alta Street. Hey, Reen, check out that briefcase over there. This must be the guy we're looking for. Excuse me? Why, hello there. Is there something you need from me? Funny you should ask. Reen explained the mix-up of the man, asked him to check the contents of this briefcase. Really? Well, let me check. The man opened up his briefcase and checked the contents. Oh no, this really is my case. You were right. Please take me to this bomb person right away. Please accept my apologies for not noticing sooner. I don't come to Heimdall that often either, so your quick thinking saved us both. Oh no, I can't take the credit for this. It's all thanks to those students that things worked out. I did was stand here and wait. These young men and women are so kind. Once again, allow me to express my thanks to all of you. that everyone would take the time to stand for me like you did. I'd like to second that. Part of me was worried that I wouldn't be able to return to Crossbow, but now I can, all thanks to you. There's no need to thank us, really, we didn't do much. That's hardly true. Please take this, it's a little something from Crossbow. It's not much, but I hope you'll convey appreciation. Mishi, we meet again, Mishi. You sure we can have this? I insist. Thank you. Is there anything else you need before we leave? I think everything is going to be just fine. Thank you once again. I really thought this guy would be a terrorist, wegen der Not. Okay, wir fangen aber jetzt im Garner-District an mit der Patrol. Weil es gibt Bonus-EP, wenn wir von der Untergrundpassage aus nach Dingensbumsen gehen. Richtung Marta Park. Oh my, aren't you the military academy student from the other day? Oh, hi. Hi, Rita. So we meet again. Did you come all the way here just to see me? Miss Clotilda. He didn't think we'd get another chance to meet you. Hello again. Actually, we're here as part of our feed study again. We're doing a patrol of the city. Oh, isn't that a shame? But I'm glad to see you all working so hard. I see two of you were able to make peace too. I'm surprised. How could you notice such a small change when you only met us once 2 days ago? All of us are right. I just had a feeling that might be the case. Caught a woman's intuition. Anyway, have you noticed anything significant changes here since we last talked? Well, thanks to you all taking care of the beasts, I've been able to truly relax during my stay. I've slept wonderfully these past couple nights. But now that you mention it, I did notice a suspicious-looking group of people near the hotel last night. You did? There were 2 of them talking in the back alley near here that's pulled tightly over their heads. Heads pulled tightly over their heads. When they noticed me trying to sneak a peek, they panicked and vanished into the night. I did overhear them talking about a plan of some kind, though. A plan? That does sound rather suspicious, although we don't know enough to say for certain. Yeah, it does sound like something we should keep in mind. Thank you for your help. I'm happy to have been of service. Still, I'd love to stay here and talk for a while, but I'm afraid my schedule is a little booked at the moment. Are you busy doing something for the festival? Yes, I was invited by a member of the Imperial family to sing at a banquet being held at the palace tonight. I was actually on my way to rehearse for it. I see. I wish I could go and watch, but I doubt there's any chance of that. Obviously. Well, good luck and wish you all the best. The same to you. Anyway, goodbye for now. It's a pro for you. Even when you wish her luck, you're the one who ends up feeling encouraged. Indeed, she never ceases to surprise. That's all there is to investigate in Garden District. Time to move for one of the other areas. Not quite. Let's just go, ignore all the monsters if I can. God damn
We
it.
have nothing to fear.
Here we go!
You sure?
My turn!
Right!
My turn.
Go!
Like,
That's
yeah.
that.
Gosh, it's right. Meow. So, dann da lang. Dann da lang. Dann noch darüber. Bad, bad. Bad, bad. Und darüber.
Enemy sighted! Let's take them out! Here we go! Now's our chance!
I'll pick you up!
You're done!
Kill it.
Leave it to me!
My turn.
Right!
Go! Okay, it's safe.
Yeah. So, und auf zum Marterpark. Well, here we are, back in Marta Park. It still feels weird using the underground passage to get here. The atmosphere is really different than it was just the other day, though. The area seems to be extremely well guarded. The soldiers patrolling the park appear to be from Immerhin military police. Looks like the Imperial Guard from Valve and Palace is in charge of security for the Crystal Garden itself, though. I imagine security's going to be airtight concerning the garden party is going to be held there. Yeah, especially with Princess Alpha in attendance. The level of security is probably standard when it comes to members of the Imperial family. That makes a bit of a problem then, right? What are you doing over there? How did you manage to slip through our security? Where did you come from? They seem to regard us as intruders. Looks like I found an hole in the security. I don't think this is the time to pat ourselves on the back. Yeah, we're probably going to need to explain what happened. I see, so you're students from a military academy, are you? So there was a secret passage here all along. And it extends into the underground tunnels as well. We had no record of this at all. We discovered it purely by coincidence during our field study. However, it's certainly not impossible that it might be used by unsavory groups to breach security. We'll station some of our men to this area at once. I hate to admit it, but you've really helped us bringing this to our attention. You have my thanks. Think nothing of it. We're just happy to have a bit of assistance. Looks like this area should be fine now. Yeah, let's move on to somewhere else. You know. I thought I saw something familiar. Hey, isn't that... Oh, Patrick, you here too? But of course, I did receive a personal invitation to the garden party after all. I see you all tied up with your field studies or whatever you call them, even on such a fine day. You poor souls. You really does get under my skin. I've gotten used to it already. Are you alone today? I was under the impression that your butler, Celestine, always attends you, but I don't see him today. It's true he's often at my side, but I spend plenty of time on my own as well. Don't take me for one of those useless nobles who can hardly lace his boots without his butler's help. I always get the impression his butler was there more to keep an eye on him. Did you say something? Me? Of course not. Well, I wouldn't want to get in your way. I'm sure they have you running all kinds of menial errands. Meanwhile, I intend to introduce myself to Princess Alpha and try not to be too jealous now. Now, if you excuse me. I can't say I'm all that jealous considering all the time you spent talking with her yesterday. She even invited me to be a dance partner. You know, after seeing that, I can't even bring myself to be irritated by him anymore. Anyway, now that we exposed the hole in the security, this area should be relatively safe from the terrorist tampering. Yeah, I think it's time to move to another area. Genau. Wir gehen kurz zur Dracos Plaza. Ich schaue trotzdem, ob ich nicht vielleicht das Buch jetzt schon bekomme. Tim. Tourists. Police.
Sure are more people out than there were yesterday.
They must have all come to see the Imperial family's parade.
Coco, Rosetta, Ubo, Nick, Tim. Okay. He doesn't want to talk to me. Jag kommer från honom. Vanquish Street, Plaza Bifrost from the building, the Imperial Chronicle building. Okay, oben. Oh, hi. Crow, hi.
Woohoo! I'm on a roll! I can almost taste that grand prize.
Crow?
Ah, hey guys! How's that field study coming along?
Oh, it's going fine. But why are you here?
Oh, you don't know? Classes don't run back at the Academy during the summer festival. So I came here to squeeze as much fun as possible out of this fortuitous bit of free time.
Meaning...
Gambling.
The summer races, of course.
Gambling. My bet's on gold chip.
Wait, you came all the way here to bet money on horse racing?
Yeah.
We're minors. We're not allowed to place bets.
Doesn't matter.
Do I look like a lawbreaker to you? There's a magazine that's running a prize contest for the summer races. You send in your predictions, and if you're spot on, you win a really fancy prize.
So you came all the way to the capital just to check on that?
If only we all had such boundless energy.
All right, time for some serious praying to the
To watch
goddess.
the anime.
I'll leave the money here, okay?
Thank you very much. Come back anytime.
Anyway, I'm heading over to the cathedral over in the Sankt district. Peace.
Thanks.
Come on, goddess, let me win that prize.
That seems a rather pedestrian thing to pray for.
So irresponsible.
Gambling.
That's Crow for you. Looks like there's still places here we haven't explored. Let's go look somewhere else.
Yeah. He's gambling. Of course he's gambling. We need a honey honey? Horse racing. Fuck honey. What's wrong? Did you notice something? I thought I sensed something suspicious. Do you think it was one of the terrorists? We can't typically depend on Fee's instincts at times like these. Might have been my imagination. Lots of people exited for the festival here. Could have been one of them. Either way, that's something we should know in our report. Like Laura said, your instincts tend to be accurate. Yeah, agreed. That's all there is to investigate on Vancouver Street. Time to move to the other areas of the city. Alto Street? Genau. Child. What's wrong, Milton? Oh, hi, Elliot. There's a pretty interesting rumor floating around the moment about someone just vanishing all of a sudden. Did you say vanishing? Do you know any more details? Oh, caught your interest, I see. I don't know. This is some good stuff. It might even be too juicy to share. Speak up. Oh, we forced it out of you. Right, okay, I get it. Dang, you two are scary. So yeah, like I said, someone from one of the apartments around here just straight up vanished. The caretaker came by to check on them this morning and found the room as empty as if no one had ever lived there. The only thing left there was the key to the room. That's quite a curious situation, especially since they disappeared without even telling anyone. I never heard of anyone leaving the town during the summer festival either. Maybe they had a reason they had to move out so quickly. Do you think it might be related to the terrorists in some way? Sounds like kind of a stretch. Sollen wir wirklich von einem Kind über die Terroristen sprechen, was wahrscheinlich klassifizierte Info ist? Whoa, there, you guys seem like you've got some good material. What's this about terrorists? Come on, fill me in. Don't worry, it's nothing important. There does seem to be some substance behind this rumor, though. Agreed, I think we do well to keep the story in mind. That's all there is to investigate on Alta Street. We should move on to another part of the city. Yeah. Garnier District waren wir schon mit dem Hotel. Ostdistrict haben wir Underground Waterway. Ja. Ja. And here's the entrance to the Underground Waterway. What would something like this be doing in a residential area? Especially with all the monsters in it. It's just time though. They find entrance to underground areas from time to time, but it's not much cause for concern. Everyone's smart enough to know that they shouldn't go near them. That puts me at ease. Nonetheless, everything seems to be in order here. Huh? What's wrong, Fee? Did you notice something? Nothing. Chances are nobody's in there right now. Nice to know. Problem is, the footprints we left when we came out of here yesterday are gone. And what does that mean? It's likely that someone went in there yesterday after we all came out. Then they erased any evidence that would suggest they had erasing our footprints in the process. Sounds about right? Are you certain you're not overanalyzing this? Not completely. It doesn't hurt to keep in the back of our minds at the very least. That's all there is to investigate in the Ost District. Time to move on to the other one of the areas. Yes. Dracos Plaza. Okay, dann müssen wir nach vorne gehen. Okay, aber würde ich diesmal auf den richtigen Speichern sagen, was das heute mit Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel und wir sehen uns dann das nächste Mal. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.